So, yeah, share back the screen so that you guys can try to screenshot everything. Okay, sorry for the delay. So the class will be usually just 1.5 hours, but yeah, we try to set from 3 as 2 hours is because you guys have more content to cover. Yeah, so okay, screenshot for those who have not yet done copy yet. Okay, so if you guys already done, fill out everything. So highlight one more. Okay, for all the graph bar, graph garisan, and the graph gabungan. So please remember, we always have to draw the paksi mentata first. Okay, this is the langkah-langkah to prepare all the graph now. So all the graph paksi mentata, which is a paksi x first, because we have to identify how what is the panjang for the graph for the paksi x for graph bar and then graph garisan. But for the graph gabungan, right, do not prepare the paksi x first. Okay, so guys, write down the langkah-langkah for graph gabungan. First one, we try to identify what is the height for the paksi y1. Okay, you guys understand what is paksi y1? Yeah, I draw for you guys. This is the paksi y1. Y1. So first step, paksi y1 first. This is the first step. And then followed by the second step, your paksi x. Okay, and then the third step, try to use the same height for your y1 first. Let's say the height for y1 is usually for the graph bar, right? So this is the height similar with your paksi y1. But after that, based on the height for the bar, try to start using the 0 for your y2. So this is your y2. Okay, this is the third step. But sometimes if you try to refer to the jadwal, and then you are going to realize, oh, the mean suhu tahunan usually for graph gabungan is always the suhu and then the hujan below, always for the iklim. Okay, but if you look at the iklim katulistiwa, if you can recall from your Form 2 or Form 3 syllabus, right? Iklim katulistiwa means suhu tahunan yang sama rata, which means hampir sekata, almost 26 to 29, always within the 3 degrees Celsius differences. Then we are not going to start list out the suhu from 25 to 30. We have to start from 0. Then the 0, the 5, the 10, 15, 20 Celsius, we can use the bottom part. Since we know it's not going to touch the 0 to 25, right? Then we are going to start the 25 here and then start labeling the 26 to your 29 here within 30. Still have to adjust the height for the paksi y1 first, but stop list out for the arrow for your paksi y1, and then we have to top up the other part for your y2. So after we list out all this is 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, then just try to use the other 2 cm or just 1 cm to list out all the suhu from 0, 5, 10, 15. Understand? That's the langkah for your graph gabungan. Y1 first, corner. So that's the height. And then goes to, this is the height for y1, and then followed by the next step is paksi x, and then followed by y2. So remember, try to draw the y1 and then paksi x. And then based on all the height for graph bar, so we try to draw the y2 also. So maybe this is the highest graph bar. Starting from here to here, this is your paksi y2. Then we have to extend for y1, 2. Okay, that's the step to understand the whole, to draw up all the graph gabungan. Okay, any questions for graph gabungan? So if you know how to draw for the graph gabungan, then it's much more easier that we try to cover back for your graph mudah. So graph mudah, the steps, just try to prepare your paksi x and then paksi y. Same for your graph garisan, paksi x first and then paksi y. But the main thing is for graph bar mudah, which is quite common to come up within your first term exam and then your final term. The final term can be graph bar mudah too. Or the chatapai. Chatapai is going to follow the same step as your graph bar for preparing this part, petunjuk. We have to prepare petunjuk for the graph bar, right? So which means when you guys are drawing for your graph bar, make sure you have to start your graph bar the 0, right, from the most corner part, because you have to make sure you have enough space on the right hand side to prepare the petunjuk. So if the school teacher is allowing you guys to prepare the petunjuk below the graph bar, then you try to start using top here to prepare your tajo first, and then try to from the top left corner, try to draw the scala for your Paxi Y first. And then only try to prepare your Paxi X later. If you wanted to prepare a Bertunjuk below the graph bar, and if your school teacher is accepting this method. So usually I would recommend, according to our textbook, we start from the bottom left. Yeah, but not this bottom left, guys. We are not supposed to label all the Paxi, all the numbers, and then all the scala, and then the labeling for Paxi and X and Y, right? Outside the graph paper. Then do not start here. This is not maths. This is geography. So that's why we're starting from this point. Just 1 cm and then another cm to the right. Yeah, upper right. So after you try to prepare your Paxi X, remember, we do need to label for all the bar. So which means we just leaving the 1 cm here to prepare the scala. So the scala is always prepared by your exam paper. Yeah. We should start the Y2 up the bar. Y2 up the bar. Yeah. Prepare the Y1 first. And then your Paxi X. And then the Paxi Y1 is based on the height for your bar, right? And then try to draw the same height for your Paxi Y2. And then start drawing your Y2 up on the maximum part of bar. So which means you have to notice from your data what is the temperature. So the temperature is going to show up and down, right? Just this is the part for your graph garisan. So below you can start labeling to the 0. Yeah, do not start the 0 because if let's say your graph paper is really big enough to fit in your Paxi Y1, X, and then the Y2, right? But you have so many space for your Y2. Yes, you can literally start here from the 0 and then 5, 10, 15 until your 25 and 30 degrees Celsius. You can do it, but it will be very blank because we are not using this space to draw all the dots for the suhu. That's why increasing, yeah, it's only for the upper part. Then this is empty space, and then this is your bar. So which means it's kind of ugly. So that's why try to link your graph garisan to the graph bar as close as possible. As close as possible. Okay? Yeah, that's why start below the bar because we are trying to start the 0 from here. And then the suhu for iklim katolicity is usually within 25 to 30, right? Always 26 to 29 for our mean suhu tahunan. So that's why we try to draw the 26 to 29 within the 1 cm for 25 to 30. Understand? Yeah, I'm not going to start the 0 here. If you wanted to start from 0, then you are going to space out a lot of empty area, which means looks like your graph gabungan is like not linking to each other from the garisan and the graph bar. Okay, now? So this is your graph bar. Mudah, you have to free up the space for petunjuk. So that's why for graph bar mudah must start from your Paxi X if you wanted to prepare your petunjuk on right hand side. If vice versa, you wanted to prepare a petunjuk below the graph bar, then you try to start starting from the top left corner, determine the height for your Paxi Y first, then prepare your Paxi X, then only you try to free up the space for petunjuk. So within the petunjuk and then the graph bar, remember this line is for your scala. Okay, you have two different methods to prepare the graph bar. Usually in my class, I'm just preparing the most traditional, the simple method starting from the bottom left corner. Okay, done. So for graph garisan, the easiest to draw. So that's why usually we tutors or geography tutors try to assume that your first term is not going to cover the graph garisan because very limited marks to prepare. Yeah, yes, we have to prepare 2 cm. So guys, highlight here 2 times. One time is for the labeling for Paxi X. Another line is for your scala. So which means this is just to prepare 1 cm. So for graph garisan, we prepare 2 cm. So if you forgot about the 2 cm steps during your exam, you only prepare like your graph bar, preparing 1 cm only. Then within the 1 cm, right, you try to write down the scala on top, and then, you try to write down the labeling on top. This is the labeling. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is your scala. If you only remains 1 cm for bottom part, then you try to make sure your handwriting, the font is smaller size so that you can fit 2 data within your 1 cm here. So that's why if you wanted to write in proper handwriting, prepare the 2 cm here. So this is your 2 cm. Now 1 for the labeling Paxi X, 1 for the scala. Prepare 2 cm for this. Okay, done. So done for the graph bar, graph garisan, and then the remaining will be just your Paxi Y. Okay, and then remember, guys, when we are trying to prepare all the tajuk, the tajuk, tajuk, tajuk. What is the format when we are preparing the tajuk? First letter has to be upper casing, right? So which means big letter. Yeah. So for the first word, exclude kata hubungan. So guys, write down for the tajuk, right? So if you goes down here for all the tajuk, and then the tajuk. So remember, let's say the tajuk for this question is they didn't have tajuk. So let's say from the graph bar mudah here, the tajuk cara murid tingkatan 3 RED source datang ke sekolah pada tahun 2018. So do you guys find out the mistake, the error? The murid here supposed to be the uppercasing. Tingkatan 3 also the same thing. RED, so yes, this is the name. So datang it's not kata hubung, right? This donkey has to be uppercasing too, but ke is kata hubung. They will remain small casing, small form. So sekolah pada tahun lower casing, okay, and then tahun upper casing. So that's the format for our tajuk. Okay, they are not for kata hubung. So if you look at the second questions, the graph garisan, jumlah upper casing, export upper casing, kelapa sawit upper casing, ke lower form, luar negara L, and antara just remain the same tahun 2012 to 2017. Also, this is all the kata hubung. Yeah, sorry, because the image is very small, right? So which means just try to understand the format we'll do. There are same things for the graph gabungan, the tajuk. So remember we have the upper and lower casing. So other than that, so after we draw out all the paksi X, paksi Y, petunjuk, everything, right? So guys, up to you guys to use the line or warna gun, up to you guys, because there are some school for the graph bar and then the chatapai, right? They are strictly for warna gun, not accepting the lorem gun. So how? Yeah, then this is the last method for I'm trying to teach you guys to save your time. You use color pencil because you have the warna gun. You use color pencil to draw the lines. Yeah, because I already asked the students from my Kajang one. Yeah, Jiahao, right? Are you here, Jiahao? Is it your school? You have to use warna gun. So if warna gun, you have to spend so many time to fill up the empty space, right? But their school already finished the exam. I remember some of students asked me that, can we try to use the garisan to draw the line? I hope so lah. So that's why try to ask the school teacher. If you ask us to use warna gun, then we use the color pencil to lorem gun. So maybe it's going to save a lot of time. But this is just trying to challenging the teacher's limit. So ask the school teacher. Okay, different teacher, different pattern. So different methods for you guys to score either lorem gun or warna gun. Okay, so remember label everything. Done for the paksi. Sorry, done for all the three graph bar, garisan, and then gabungan. Any more questions before we enter the chatapai? Because once I conduct the chatapai, then we try to spam the exercise. Any questions for the page one? No, Yo, 主席 Peter, 子晴. I just randomly calling up the name. 嘉豪，考了试了就不用学了，对不对，嘉豪？来 so guys, up to chatapai. So what's chatapai? So guys, right now, chatapai slash is your graph bar model. Why? Why chatapai is your graph bar model? Just look at the chatapai. What can you learn? Oh, we can see the largest one from the numbers. We can see the second, and then we can see the smallest. Oh, sorry, largest 24.3. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and then the smallest. Which means, what's the fungsi? Thank you, Joanne. We can try to find perbezaan. Okay, what's the fungsi? We can see the perbezaan. Nyatakan perbezaan. So which means we have the highest and then the lowest. So it's similar with your graph bar, but one more additional fungsi comparing to the graph bar. So that's why chatapai is advanced versions of graph bar model. So other than showing the perbezaan, do the exam will ask us what are the steps for drawing the graph? Might be it might be happening. So that's why the langkah I just explained, right? The langkah, try to read through. No? So that's why if you look at the langkah for graph garisan, it's always maximum 4 marks. Then they are insufficient for your first term exam. Probably is always asking for the graph bar muda and the catapai because they have more steps to ask, more marks to given up. Okay, so what is the extra kelebihan for catapai compared to the graph bar? Rather than perbiasan, we can try to percentages trying to determine which one is the highest, lowest, right? Then we can find differences, right, Joan? Yeah, other than that, we can try to find the nilai keseluruhan. So that's the additional part comparing to the graph bar. Graph bar, we are just trying to, based on the jarak, to draw all the height for different bar, right? So do we need to mention jumlah within the graph bar? No, within the target only, we have the jumlah. And then we are trying to use up different data to draw the different height. But within our catapan, we have to mention the jumlah pelancong. So that's why this is the extra parts comparing to the graph bar. So if you look at the graph bar, we don't need to mention the jumlah. But within the jarak, yes, we already have the jumlah. So we just try to draw up without the jumlah. Okay, that's the difference. So remember catapai, put a star. I just assume that your school teacher is going to come out catapai for your first term exam, assuming because your final is not going to touch graph of catapai anymore. It's going to touch the catapai, simply drawing out with lesser mark, and then aim for the tafsiran. So later I'm going to teach for the tafsiran. Okay, so catapai, memorize the key the definitions. So definition is a gambar raja, just like your graph bar muda, garisan, and then the gabungan, right? So if you don't like to use gambar raja, you use perwakilan graphic. It's the same thing. So all the graphic is trying to show, memaparkan is trying to show different bahagian, also known as pecahan data and maklumat. So this is all the data and then all the maklumat. So there's some maklumat is the butiran, no, is petunjuk. No? That data is all the numbers. So the number is formed by the percentage. So it's in a circle. So guys, gambar raja dalam bulatan is a circle yang dibahagi kepada beberapa sektor. So bahagi kepada beberapa sektor. This is the shortest definition. Okay, so which means you guys can try to form up your own sentence to choose whether you to use gambar raja or use pecahan. So everything remain the same as your nota, as your textbook. Okay, so after the ciri-ciri, just now we already mentioned, right? We have a bulatan for 360. It represents 100%. And then this bulatan is going to split into different sector. So the sector is with the size sudut. So all the size sudut is different nilai. The nilai is written in percentage. Okay. Yeah. So after drawing out the circle, then we only try to prepare the highlight tajuk, okay, petunjuk, and then followed by the jumlah keseluruhan. So this catapai is don't need to prepare the scala. Scala only for your graph garisan. Yeah. So guys, do we need the I forgot the graph gabungan? Do we need to prepare the scala? Yes, so that's why guys, for the graph gabungan, right? Then we try to prepare the scala for paksi X and Y, right? So guys, we have two paksi Y, which means for the graph bar muda, we prepare 1 cm. So graph garisan, we prepare 2 cm at the bottom. Then graph gabungan, we try to prepare at least 2 to 3 cm. Up to you guys. So remember, just try to write down for the graph gabungan, we try to prepare at least 2 to 3 cm. 2 to 3 cm. Depends on your handwriting. So if your handwriting is smaller size, small font, then you can try to just prepare 2 cm. For paksi Y1, Y2, squeeze within 2 cm. So if you have bad writing, bad handwriting like me, then you prepare 3 cm. So you can try to write the scala. Only for Y, there's no scala for X, no scala for X. Because usually it's referring to 1 cm, 1 bar. So 2 scala, so you can prepare 2 cm. But if you are having my handwriting this ugly, you prepare 3 cm, doesn't matter. Okay, I've forgotten about this scala. Sorry, guys. Gabungan done. Then for our catapai, don't need to prepare the scala. No need. So if you want, just list it out. So which means after the jumlah, yes, you can try to prepare a scala. So which means In total, you have to prepare at least 2 cm. Yes, for the jumlah pelancong and then the skala. So if you want to prepare the skala, so remember, usually is for berapa, what is the cm for the jejari? Skala, the jejari usually is jejari for how many cm? So let's say 3 cm or 5 cm. That's the common questions. For your radian, jejari. So and then guys, if you have a highlighter or let's say you have red pen is better. Always prepare your bulatan for the pie chart starting from 12 o'clock. Always starting from 12 o'clock. So that's why your first data will be the largest one, followed by the second largest, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and then the last one. Okay, from the jadual. Yeah, so done for the petunjuk and then the jumlah quantity. So langkah-langkah guys, rather than the definisi, langkah-langkah also have to memorize, put a star. Okay, so langkah-langkah is trying to turn the nilai mulak into peratus. You guys know what's the nilai, right? From the jadual, they give you the table. So let's say I show you guys, if this table, they are just trying to provide you all the data, right? So you guys have to add on 2 extra columns. So one for the peratusan, and then from peratusan, switch to the sudut, because we have to draw the size sudut for all the different sector, different segment. Yeah, so this is the first peratusan, which means you have to multiply by 100 from the x unknown number divided by the total number. This E, if you guys remember from the maths teacher, is known as jumlah tata. So what's the jumlah tata? 596. So let's say we are trying to find January. So let's say January is around let's say 125, just let's say so 125 divided by 596 multiplied by 100. So guys, remember, even though in the exam we have to write out multiply by 100%, do not click the peratusan. Just use a calculator. 125 divided by 596, enter, then try to multiply by 100, because the peratusan we have to remain the peratus behind the numbers. So even though in exam we try to write down as multiply by 100%, ignore the peratusan. This is the basic maths. Okay, so after the peratusan, so guys, highlight second step, size sudut, which means we have to use the peratusan. Okay, so let's say what is the peratusan? Let's say it's 24.3. So 24.3 peratusan is actually similar as, it's the same as your 24.3 divided by 100. So that's the first step. Same things, right? The nilai peratusan, try to multiply by 360. So this is your second step. So are you able to click the degree within your calculator? No. Then in the exam, we have to write, yes, it's try to multiply 360. Then remain the star within the format, within the formula. So you remain the 100%, remain the percent. Do not click the peratusan and then the degree. Guys, we have to remain for the data. Yeah. So after that, try to tentukan the jejari. So jejari is according from the skala. So this is a skala given by the question itself. And then we just try to use the jangka lukis to draw the bulatan. So you guys know how to place the jangka lukis, right? So if let's say the question is asking for 3 cm jejari, so you do need to measure your jangka lukis. Anyone here didn't know what is jangka lukis? Jared, Jai, who else? Mention calling you for how many times? You guys know what jangka lukis, right? The compass set to draw the circle. So guys, do not measure 3 cm. Do not measure 3 cm according to the jejari. Why? Because we are trying to draw the chatapai within a graph paper, right? So remember the graph paper? Usually 5 boxes is 1 cm, right? I show you guys. So this is the graph paper. So let's say 3 cm, right? Plot in the center for the graph paper. So this is your center, right? So this is 1 cm, 2 cm, 3 cm. How to determine it's 3 cm? Because 5 boxes usually is referring to 1 cm. So that's why we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1 cm. So that's why another bigger square, this is actually 2 cm times 2 cm. So that's why 4 cm squared. Understand? Yeah. So just try according to your graph paper, because graph paper supposedly is much more accurate than your ruler. So which means your circle have to draw the circle for 3 cm here. So which means if I try to sort it down. So which means the examiner can try to observe your graph for the chata pie. This is like 1, 2, 3 cm. This is like 1, 2, 3 cm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Always 3 cm according to the graph paper. Understand now? Okay, do not measure within your jangka lukis. Try to use the graph paper to find the 3 cm. Okay? So done for the jejari. So next one, lukisan jejari pada pusat tegak ke atas. So which means tegak ke atas is the red color line, which means I just draw for you guys. That's the sudut tegak, 90 degree. Okay, from straight line. So after that, we try to arrange the sector from, we try to lukiskan the sector from the largest to the smallest. So that's how when you have the data, right? Like this graph, from this data, this data is in a mass sequence. So which means messy situations, we have to write the number. So the highest one is kereta, followed by the MRT, the bus, the van, and then the lowest data will be 2, right? So this is the number 5. So which means we try to draw the size sudut yang terbesar according to the largest percentage, or let's say you are trying to follow the data. So data or percentage is up to you guys. So that's why this is the percentage, right? So the last one is the sudut darjah. So sudut darjah is for you guys to follow. Or the largest one, kereta. So you draw the kereta first. So starting from full circle, this is a kereta, but do not list out kereta. So after we draw according to the size sudut, we have to write down the peratusan. So how much is the peratusan? So let's say 24.3 peratusan. Okay? Can done. So after we try to finish up all the sector, then we try to runner or lorekan up to you guys. So I prefer to use lorekan, save time. Okay? So how many lines can you try to form? Do you guys realize how many lines you guys try to form? How many lines can you try to form? Anyone know? Yeah, from all the lines, right? So the first one, straight line, we have 2 different types. And after that, we can try to combine. Combine the 2 straight line. Okay, other than that, we can try to use garisan sengit. Then we try to combine. So we have at least 6 straight line. But if let's say there is lazy people like me, guys, usually the last one will be the smallest group, right? The last one, guys, if you guys wanted to use some logo or symbol, up to you guys. Usually for the last one, let's say this is the smallest one, right? Smallest one, leave it empty to save time. Better to color. That's why I just now trying to mention, if your school teacher want you guys to color it, then you use color. So Yicheng, how to pronounce your name? Felicia, right? Felicia? Yeah. So thank you, Chen Yu. So if your school teacher asking you guys to wander all the sector, right? So Felicia, do you think that white color, the black, is also a color? So usually the last one, we leave it blank. Do not leave the largest one blank in the white color. No, always the smallest one. Do not leave it blank for the largest part. No, guys, it's a no. So always the smallest one, leave it blank. Save your time. Okay? Yeah, yes. The naughty students always trying to challenge the teacher's limit. So if you don't let me to lorekan, then I use one pens to lorekan. So if you want me to color, yes, I leave the smallest one blank. Save time, guys. Saving your time. No problem, guys. This is your first hour for the 2 chapters. So done covering the 2 chapters. So chapter 5, remember we have the tajuk. Okay. So the tajuk, same thing like the format. First font has to be uppercasing. So let's say statistic, uppercasing, large casing. So kedatangan, pelancong, tempatan. So this is kata hubung. Leave it there. So pulang, pangkor, dalam kata hubung. Leave it there. Okay, for small casing. Tempo 6 bulan pertama pada tahun 2017. That's the format for your tajuk. No matter which is the raja. For Java, also the same format. Gaffa, gabungan, garisan, catatan, all the same format. First letter has to be uppercasing. Done for the tajuk, and then remember the petunjuk. Warnakan as your catatan, and then remember the jumlah keseluruhan. Always prepare the jumlah keseluruhan. So after that, guys, prepare Scala if you want it. because I remember your catapai is supposed to prepare the scala. For your jejari. Prepare the scala for jejari. Yeah. So that guys, finally, we have prepared the first two chapter. Still, guys, we have to prepare tafsiran. Tafsiran not only for catapai, tafsiran for your graph bar, graph garisan, and graph gabungan. So usually for the Jarod, there's no tafsiran. Jarod just is going to give you guys 3 marks to prepare for the Jarod kegerapan. So Jarod usually we do need to tafsirkan because from Jarod we can prepare for the graph bar, graph garisan, graph gabungan, right? So how to determine the Jarod is for which gambar raja? There's two data, which means we try to prepare graph gabungan. But if the data is, let's say, is trying to refer export, so export usually is graph bar. Okay, or you can see from the data, all the data, right, even though is showing the different methods to go to school, but all the data, there's no relevant relation, which means, yes, there are different types, methods to go to the school, but we don't care about the data to when the data is decreasing or increasing. So that's why this is only for showing the differences per variation. But if you look at the table or the graph garisan, right, the target usually is trying to show within the different years, same item, whether the item throughout the whole time is increasing or decreasing. This is graph garisan. So you guys have to be smart to identify the questions because sometimes your final exam, they will not ask you to prepare for specific graph. They just give you the table, ask you guys to using the data to build your Jara kegerapan and then Jara based on the Jara, the table you guys preparing. Prepare the gambar raja yang sesuai. So which gambar raja yang sesuai? Then you guys have to look at all the data. Oh, it's trying to show the export. It's trying to show the jumlah populasi. Graph bar. Okay, so only for the first three graph bar, they are trying to ask you guys to prepare the gambar raja yang sesuai. But if this is about who, guys, definitely in the exam title, they are going to ask you guys prepare the chatapai. Chatapai, they will straight away give you the content, preparing the pie chart. That's it. Okay, done for the first two. Okay, so guys, before we take a break for entering the part three is really short notes only. Part three and part four. So guys, this is part five for objective. Page 11. So do you guys need a break for the first hour? Do you guys need a break? Let's say 3 minutes. Okay, 1 to 3 minutes. Can we take a break, guys? So can you screenshot a solution? Yeah, I'm freezing the screen now. Okay. Don't sleep. You guys can sleep for a few minutes. No worry. I couldn't because this is my working room. There's no bed, only sofa. Sleep on sofa. Not bad. Yeah, because I'm trying to prepare the answer for you guys. No time for you guys to ask me questions from now on. Because the last remaining hour, we try to sample all exercises and then try to revise slightly for your part 3 and 4. Okay. Let me know when you guys are done resting. Let me know. Because I'm trying to prepare all the answer for you guys for your first questions, right? Okay, done. Anyone still wanted some rest? Why the part one garisan bar got two maximum data? Which page, Chen Yu? Before we start class. Which page? First page. What do you mean there's two maximum data? Typing error. Okay, typing error. Yes. So guys, Chen is trying to mention from the notes lukisan paksi mendata then paksi mendata. So the next one will be paksi menegak. Yeah, typing error. Paksi mendata then only the paksi menegak. So paksi menegak. So that's why preparing the paksi X first, then the paksi what? Menegak. Menegak. Okay. This is also the same thing lah. Paksi menegak later. Okay, I'm done. So I'm actually trying to crop the answer for your page 11, guys. Okay. So guys, prepare your answer. Yeah, for page 11. So we are going to start the class now. I know. I'll pause the screen later. I'll show you guys because I'm preparing the answer for your question number one. Okay, all the answer, guys, do not wait for tutor to share. Go to the TDC website and then trying to get a full answer from PDF form. Okay, so guys, just now Chen is asking for the first page. There's typing error for Paxi Mentata. Two Paxi Mentata. So the second one always is Paxi Menegak because we have Paxi X first, then we have the Paxi Y later. That's why we have X, Y for the sequence. So Paxi Menegak later. This I didn't even highlight. Okay, guys, these three answer paksi menegak, paksi menegak, paksi menegak. Okay, paksi menegak first, then paksi menegak later. Okay, try to memorize the sequence langkah-langkah by yourself. So exercise, just trying to crop the answer from the material. So this question is the easiest one. Lukiskan satu graf bar mudah. Okay, so do you guys need to learn how to draw the draw the graph bar? Yeah, so which means guys, copy now. For all the tahun, you guys can try to interpret from the article, right? So this is all the pelanjut asing. So if you guys need to highlight from 2014, 22, 2015, 29, 16 and 17 is 43 and 55. So the last one, 2018, is about 46. So you just try to list out all the data according to all the tahun. Then you can try to sum up with 195. So not every question is going to provide you the total number. You have to sum up by yourself. Okay, so anyone needs to prepare the graph bar for me to teach you guys? Yes, Joey, Joven. And then these two are your two siblings. Ziqing and Zixue are your two siblings. I just realized there's two Li. Li Ziqing, Li Zixue. No, okay, just coincidence, right? Because usually if you guys are siblings, then the profile picture will be quite the same, right? Sorry, just asking. So anyone here? Niharika, Yinru, do you guys need me to prepare the Bahagian B for you guys? Draw out the graph bar because I didn't, because for my physical class, Jia Hao already mentioned, right? I will not try to draw the graph bar. We straight away goes to the tafsiran, right? Okay, so I'm skipping the graph bar mudah. So if you guys need the answer, because just now I tried to freeze the screen is, the answer already provided. Yes, I can go to part 3 soon. No problem. So guys, all the answer, guys, prepare by our geography head. So which means all the geography tutor in TD6 using the same answer. So guys, follow everything here. for everything. So that's why we try to prepare enough space for you guys. Always enough space. So this is your first question. The answer will be uploaded into the official website. Because the way to get the answer, right? So I'm not going to waste time to prepare for the graph bar. So now see how to prepare the tafsiran. Guys, we try to do one tafsiran only because the other part I'm not going to cover. Because if you know how to prepare the tafsiran for graph bar, it's the same. Just add one more point for the chapter part. So anyone? Already got answer, right? You already got answer, which means yesterday night the tutor tried to upload the answer. So guys, for the 6 mark, first mark, what do we write? What do we write for the first mark? Raja, to refer for all the graph bar, graph garisan, and then graph gabungan, right? So we start from Raja. Ini, the keyword menunjukkan. So after menunjukkan, right? So copy all the tajuk from the questions. Then starting from the menunjukkan. Bilangan pelancong asing ke Malaysia antara blah 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 blah. Everything's here. Okay, so that's your pendahuluan first mark. Yeah. So second sentences, you guys try to tafsirkan everything in one paragraph. I just try to show different platform. So second one is known as isi tersurat. Guys, what is isi tersurat? Usually try to prepare 2 marks for here. 2 marks, maximum 3 marks. 3 marks is usually for catatan. So 2 marks only for tersurat is, first one, highest. And then followed by second, third, and fourth. So this is your, supposing it's 2 marks, right? So last mark is the lowest one. So which means how do we form? Just from the bilangan pelancong, right? Highest is 55. So which means pada tahun 2017, bilangan pelancong asing yang datang ke Malaysia adalah tertinggi, iaitu 55 juta orang. Full stop. Easy 1 mark. Followed by, so if you are lazy like me, I'm usually lazy to write up, kedua tertinggi is 2018. I will try to short form into, guys, copy down the keywords. So Chen Yu, so how lazy am I? Diikuti dengan. So which means after the highest, diikuti dengan tahun 2018, 2016 dan 2015 dengan jumlah dengan bilangan pelancong asing 46 juta, 43 juta orang dan 29 juta orang masing-masing. I'm trying to combine everything from the seconds for all the intermediate figures into one sentence. Ikuti dengan second, third, and then the fourth highest. So this is your second tafsiran. So the last one is pada tahun 2014 pula, mempunyai bilangan pelancong asing yang paling rendah, yaitu 22 juta orang sahaja. So that's your, usually this is only your 2 marks. This is only 2 marks. But if this is the first time, right, they have limited content to us, they will try to allocate first mark for the pendahuluan. So second mark for the tertinggi. Third marks for the second, third, and then fourth intermediate figures. The data in the middle one. So the last one will be your paling rendah. So we just remaining another 2 more marks. Then what's the 2 more marks? Isi tersirat. Okay. So if you wanted to follow the long method, yes. Kedua tertinggi ialah bla bla bla, full stop. Diikuti dengan tahun bla and bla dengan bla bla numbers. So usually kedua tertinggi with the diikuti dengan, this is only 1 mark. So that's why in order to save time, everything diikuti dengan. I lazy to prepare the second highest. Okay. Can So guys, your third point is referring to your isi tersirat. So guys, what is isi tersirat here? We're just explaining the highest and then the lowest. So why is it 2017? So many foreign tourists travel to Malaysia. So that's why within our physical class, right, we revised before. So why is it after 2017? So many people coming to Malaysia. Foreign tourists. Because pihak berkuasa seperti kerajaan menggalakkan campaign pelancongan, iaitu open apostrophe cuti-cuti Malaysia. Understand? So that's the campaign to menggalakkan all the foreign tourists came to Malaysia. So after that, even though we didn't promote, the numbers is decreasing, but still almost 2 times higher than the previous years for 2015 to 2014. So it's almost times two, right? So that's the effect from campaign. So we are trying to explain for 2017, right? But we also have to explain for the isi tersirat. So which means we have to jelaskan for the highest and then the lowest. So what is it 2014? Only 22, not even half from the foreign tourists who came over to travel in Malaysia. Kapal terbang masalah. So do you think that we have a MS337? This is very sensitive topic, Chen Yu. So I don't think I'm going to accept this answer because from 2014 to 2017, right, almost 4 years. So before the 2017 or 16, so guys, look at the 2016. The numbers already multiplied by 2, right? So which means we are trying to prepare kemudahan infrastruktur yang lengkap. Remember in our physics class? Maybe due to our technology, kemajuan technology, we are not that advanced yet back into the 2014 and 15. That's why internet Wi-Fi is very slow comparing to all the Southeast Asia. So this is also known as kemudahan infrastruktur yang terhad. So that's why I'm trying to explain our government tried to conduct a campaign for pelancongan is because after government tried to spend all the budget, all the money to prepare all the facility, then only we start the campaign. It's not like I trying to start the campaign. I try to starting to encouraging foreign tourists to come over to Malaysia, but actually we have no highway, no free shuttle bus, no LRT, MRT. So we just try to conduct the campaign with very low quality for the facility infrastructure. So I don't think a lot of foreign tourists is going to get attracted by, right? So which means we try to start preparing until let's say 2015, yes, 2016, with all the infrastructure already done prepared. It's convenient for all the local people and foreign tourists, right? Then that's why the pelancong asing starting to increase, hike up since 2016. Then 2015, we try to menggalakkan. There's some more tourists coming over. Okay, now, so if you do want my answer, guys, search the answer from the online. So which means that's the answer for first question. That's the graph bar, right? So if you can read through, we have to write down only isi the surat. So that's why this one is just trying to show the kesimpulan. So that's why our answer is without isi the surat. That's why I hated the tafsiran. You guys are trying to just score for 6 marks, right? You guys straight away jump from the isi the surat into your kesimpulan. Into kesimpulan. So I prefer you guys to write the full format, which means just try to mention the pendahuluan followed by the isi the surat, highest to the lowest, and then try to at least explain 2 isi the surat. Then the last one, the fourth one will be your kesimpulan rumusan. So kesimpulan, the answer already done prepared. Just remember, kesimpulan is always trying to conclude everything. So which means Malaysia is suitable for all the foreign tourists from all around the world to travel to Malaysia. Okay, because we can try to generate more income, which means the revenue for our whole country. So which means industri pelancongan amat penting untuk peningkatan pendapatan negara Malaysia. Okay, so that's why we are trying to attract all the foreign tourists from all around the world. You can refer from the answer or based on your kesimpulan. So guys, before I end the class, for those who are not my physical students, even though you guys just attending for the seminar for free, get down my phone number. If you wanted to try on your own, you write first, okay, Minhao, then you send to me to check after the class. Yeah, but I'm going to take few times. Maybe next week, Monday, only I'm trying to start replying because I have seminar for Form 3 today, Form 5 for tomorrow. Done. So I'm going to cover the first questions only. So second one is still the same graph bar. Practice on your own. Try to do your own tafsiran. So the third one, catapai. So catapai, remember, jejari 5 cm. Done. So try to prepare the 5 cm for catapai. Okay, then your petunjuk, your tajuk, and then your jumlah nilai keseluruhan, remember one more skala. So that's your catapai. Okay. So after that, same thing, tafsirkan. So guys, 6 mark, but we are trying to have different techniques for the tafsiran in Chatapan. So that's why this answer I straight away crop and I explain to you guys. Just add one more sentence for the Chatapan. Yeah, Chatapan for the sentence here is, yeah, we have 10 fakta here. Guys, we just need to choose 6, right? But try not to follow the answer blindly. Try to have your own writing methods. For the Chatapan, the answer, you guys can highlight and then copy after I highlight for you guys. So the first one is always the tajuk. That's why you guys can highlight. Catatan ini menunjukkan. So guys, remember for the graph bar, garisan gabungan, we use raja ini menunjukkan. So for catatan ini menunjukkan. So that's why copy all the title dan all the putil-putil. So that's why if you look at the title here, it's only show until here after the menunjukkan, right? This is title until 2019. So we still have all the putiran, right? So what's the putiran? You guys have to add on. No? So the putiran is sisa pekerja. Okay. Yeah, wait. The second one, second sentence, sisa pekerja di sana. So plastic, lampin pakai buang. So we have plastic, we have lampin pakai buang. So 2 and 3. Oh, sorry. The title is known as sisa pekerja. So sisa pekerja, we have sisa makanan. Yeah, sisa makanan is not a content. So the first one is 4,300 for plastic, 3,900 for lampin pakai buang. And then for next one, kertas is 2,900. And how many figures more? The last one, sisa kebun is 1,900, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the last one, forgotten. 14,500. This is the sisa pekerja. So sisa pekerja or sisa makanan up to you guys. So I prefer to use sisa makanan. So do not use sisa pekerja. Sisa makanan for 14,500. Okay, plastic for 4,300. Lampin pakai buang is 3,900. And then the kertas for 2,900. The last one will be the sisa kebun 1,900. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 data. So that's why it's going to take you guys around 5 minutes to settle your sisa pekerja with all the quantity. Because you guys have to extract from the article. Then guys, in the exam, not going to become so convenient preparing the 2 columns for the ratusan and the size sector, size sudut. No, they are not going to prepare. Usually just preparing this part, you guys have to generate by your own. Yeah, this is the part usually coming out in the exam. So you guys have to prepare for the first part is peratusan, second part is size sudut. So after the table, prepare by your own. Okay, so after that, preparing to draw your catatan. Understand? So always starting from your first tafsiran is your tajuk. So after the tajuk, right? So guys, put a star for the faktor kedua. Must mention the nilai keseluruhan. After all the barang-barang. Okay. Did I try to copy the wrong part? Catatan, right? This is question number. Guys, I copied the wrong one. This is, sorry, the format is the same, guys. This is question number 4. Sorry, my eyes. Okay, so that's the format. Only 8. I skipped the question number 3 because I scrolled too fast. Okay, so question number 4. Okay, question number 4. Okay, same format, guys. Always copy for the pendahuluan first. So guys, pendahuluan. Okay, so which means always have to use menunjukkan. Okay, catatan ini menunjukkan. And then copy from all the tajuk. Jumlah sisa pekerja for 2019. And then after that, you have to mention we have the sisa makanan, plastik lampin buang, kertas, and the sisa kebun, which is from your putiran. This is your first sentence. So next one, always the jumlah keseluruhan. So jumlah keseluruhan with the total of the sisa pekerja that you have to sum up by yourself. That's why catatan and then the graph bar, usually they are not going to give you the jumlah. You have to calculate by yourself. Okay, so this is the free 2 marks. After that, then we're just trying to fill up the highest and then to the lowest. Okay, so that's why usually this is only 2 marks. It's the same like your graph bar. So after that, this is kesimpulan, right? So kesimpulan, just try to write down jumlah. It keep increasing. Yeah, semakin bertambah because when we have more populations, definitely we are going to create more sisa-sisa pekerja. So sisa makanan is keep increasing due to overpopulation. So that's the summary. So I don't like this answer. I don't like. I personally wish you guys to write down 4 marks here for the pendahuluan, jumlah, keseluruhan. So nilai the surat for highest and lowest, including the in the middle content. So this is only considered as 4 marks. So last 2 marks, guys, try to prepare the highest and lowest. Why we have so many sisa makanan? Because all the penduduk is increasing more. So this is the kesimpulan in the answer. Change it to your isi tersirat by explaining more people keep trying to waste the food. So that's why sisa makanan is after we eat, right? So we have the leftover, we cannot finish, then we just straight away dump to the dustbin. Sisa makanan keep increasing. So people are getting more populations and then more food they are trying to waste. This is the first reason. So second reason is why is it the sisa kebun is the least one? In the city, when people is getting more facilities, which means more infrastructure, lesser space, grow their own tanaman. So that's why sisa kebun is the least one. Not many people can try to use. Guys, do you guys observe your parents, your mom, right? Yeah. Did your moms try to grow something in your housing area? Some limited space, a pot, try to grow their own chili, the leaves, anything, right? So that's why we have lesser and lesser space when the city is getting more infrastructure. So let's say condo, you literally have to buy your own pot to grow your own tanaman. So that's why it's lesser and lesser kebun now for the sisa pekerja. Okay, now so this is the two reasons for explaining the highest and the lowest. So let's right now for the highest one, sisa pekerja is sisa makanan. So that's why it's because increasing of population. Population. So for the least one is they didn't mention sisa kebun is the paling kurang, right? So paling kurang is because insufficient space, which means kekurangan ruang di satu kawasan tanda or satu kawasan yang lebih maju. So the more maju for one area is lesser space because we have to fill up all the space with more shops, with more infrastructure like all the pekanan electric air, all the tiang-tiang, so lesser space to grow the sisa-sisa, to grow the sumber-sumber tanaman. So lesser tanaman, so lesser sisa kebun. Yeah, try to write down your own sentences. I already mentioned. Once you try, show me the answer. Okay, I will try to reply. So guys, no break. Last hour, half hour, we try to cover your part 3 and part 4. Okay, so part 3, what we have to learn. Guys, prepare your eyes for the last hours. So page number 3 now, we have the factor physical for how many types, guys? Part 3. Factor physical for 4, right? So the first one is always bentuk muka bumi. So guys, highlight first one, bentuk muka bumi, followed by saliran, right? So bentuk muka bumi, we have tanah tinggi, tanah panas, pinggir laut. Okay, so what we have to memorize for the tanah tinggi in your bab 3? Banjaran Crocker, Banjaran Himalaya, right? So we have Banjaran Himalaya and Banjaran Crocker, but if we link to only our bab 4, so that's why this is short notes. This is a short notes where you guys can try to refer to. For our bab 4 is hutan-hutan in Malaysia, right? Guys, bracket for only the hutan in Malaysia. Hutan gunung is the first hutan, the highest hutan in Malaysia. So that's a hutan gunung. We can see for our hutan gunung, right? We have the lumut, we have the orchid liang, we have the berry kerlang, we have the rhododendron. Pokok rhododendron boxifolium is the same thing. So this is within our Banjaran Crocker or Gunung Mulu, because this is the hutan gunung for higher than 1,200 meter, right? But usually all these rumu-rumu, right, in your buffer, you have to memorize their height. Because in our hutan gunung, guys, remember, Malaysia, I'm trying to combine bab 3 and bab 4 together. So that's why, even though we have 2 chapters, I'm combining, compress everything to conduct. How many layers for our hutan gunung? Before I show you guys answer, how many layers for hutan gunung? Very good. So what's the bottom part? Bottom layer for hutan gunung? Montane bawah. What is the height? 1002 to 1008. And then followed by the Montane bawah, we have Montane atas, right? 1009 to 2008. Okay, so followed by the lapisan tumbuhan hampir alpine 2009 to 3005. Okay, so 3005 and above is the lapisan tumbuhan alpine, right? So this is the 4 layers within your hutan gunung, part 4. So I'm trying to compare. So this is the hutan gunung. We have the Montane bawah. Try to memorize. Oak or laurel, this is the pokok-pokok yang tinggi. And then we have the tumbuhan epiphyte. What is the epiphyte in hutan gunung? For Malaysia, guys, I'm trying to hutan gunung and then tanah tinggi with our Malaysia. What is the contoh tumbuhan epiphyte in your map for? Known as paku lang. Yes, the bird nest lang suyar. Paku lang suyar. Yeah, we need our Montane bawah. So Montane atas. So if you guys can refer, right? They didn't mention here. Montane bawah is from 1,200 meter to 1,900. 1,800 meter. Okay, so for Montane atas is 1,008 to 2,009 meter. So within the Montane atas, we have the FPS, right? So just try to memorize. We have the pine tree and then the spruce tree, including we have the tumbuhan epiphyte here. So what's the epiphyte within the Montane atas? Is no longer paku langsuyar. What is the epiphyte within the Montane atas? Known as bracket lumut. Lumut or lichen. Very good. So other than the epiphyte, I'm using red color for this reason. Rafflesia, Pericera, and then the rhododendron. This is all known as parasite, right? Yeah, sorry for my handwriting. I think I use black color to show the height because it's quite confusing, right? So 1,002 to 1,008. Okay, so for Montane atas is 1,008 to 2,009. It's in meter, guys. It's in meter. So for tumbuhan alpine is 2,009 to 3,005. Okay, so for the hampir alpine, right, this height, we have same Pericera to memorize. Same Pericera. Pericera. Okay, so if you look at the lumut for the tumbuhan alpine, right? So tumbuhan alpine, this layer is usually higher than 3,500 meter. So which means, guys, we have to memorize lumut. Lumut for the Montane atas and then the hampir alpine. Lumut, two different areas known as epiphyte, right? But we do need to write out this epiphyte. Okay, and then we have Pericera for the Montane atas and then Montane, sorry, for hampir alpine. So we have Pericera here and then Pericera here. Okay, but we have one more that is from the Montane bawah and then the Montane atas, right? So they didn't mention here. Yeah, so guys, one more. For the oak and rolla, the epiphyte, right? We still have the Pericera. Add one more Pericera. We have the paku langsuya. Done. Or you guys can try to rewrite, sorry, langsuya with the orchid. So the epiphyte here, we have the orchid, liang, and then the paku langsuya. Langsuyar. Langsuya. Sorry for the handwriting because it's very limited space. Yeah, so remember from the highest apahin, highest layer with the Montane bawah, we have orchid. Why the orchid able to grow in the lower layer for the hutan gunung is because they are trying to crawl from all the pokok oak and pokok rolla to get the height to get sunlight. Orchid liang trying to crawl over the pokok-pokok tinggi. So paku langsuya epiphyte. So but we have different epiphyte for the Montane bawah at atas. So this paku, tumbuhan paku or pokok paku, but this is lumut. Yeah, so Pericera is within these two. Pericera for tumbuhan yang kecil and then tumbuhan yang pantut. Later I'll show you guys another methods. So the last one is lumut. Yeah, so lumut is going to grow. Yeah, mountain atas and then the hampir apai. So we have three different plants to grow on two different layer. So first thing first is the orchid, two different layer, and then followed by the lumut. Okay, and then the Pura Kera within the montane atas and then the hampir apai Pura Kera. So three different plants. Okay. Yeah, orchid or orchidea, same thing. Okay, same thing, same plants. So before we try to end the hutan gunung, right? Okay, so go back to the hutan. Guys, try to use red color lah. For the montane atas, montane bawah, or the oak and laurel, right? Usually the height, okay, for these two trees, right, is within 15 to 33 meter. For these two trees, so that's why 15 to 33 meter. You guys have to memorize on your own. Usually it's known as pokok-pokok kecil. K stand for kecil. Okay, so when the height is getting taller and taller, right, then we are trying to use the, need to memorize how many, Joven? Try to focus on the plants I'm trying to highlight. Okay, so which means this is only like 5%. We still have other futan, right, Joven? So the sub 3 and above 4 is torturing, right? Not only for you guys, also torturing me. So every time I have to teach for Form 3, starting for the Bab 3, I always have to take a deep breath before I enter the class. Not only you guys suffering, me too, even though I didn't sit for the exam, but I had to teach you guys for the precise plants to memorize. Okay? Okay, so remember, montane bawah. Guys, other than K, right? Yes, I just saw the lapisan here. So for montane bawah, it's known as the pokok-pokok kecil. Montane atas is known as pokok-pokok or tumbuhan rendah, tumbuhan or pokok rendah. So other than rendah, what's the other two words? For hampir apai, we are trying to memorize. Not rene, pantut first. Very good. What is pantut? Plant is smaller size. And then what is tumbuhan apai? Is more size and much more short. It's known as rene. Sorry, rene. Okay, so which means, guys, for the oak and laurel, pokok kecil, right? What is pokok kecil? If you can recall from the hutan hujan tropika, is within the lapisan tengah 10 to 20 meter. So that's why the pokok oak and laurel, usually they are within 15 to 33 meter. For the pokok oak and laurel, that's why the orchid is trying to, and then the pakulang, suya, this tumbuhan epiphyra is trying to crawl or using the height for this pokok kecil to get the sunlight. 15 to 33. Sorry, 15 to 33 meter for oak and laurel, pokok kecil. And then for all the pokok-pokok pine, pokok-pokok spruce, what is the height? For pokok yang rendah, right? So it's no longer 15, is 1.5 to 18 meter. 1.5 to 18. Very good, very good. Okay, so for the tumbuhan pantut, this is pantut, right? So pantut, we do need to memorize. For the hampir alpine and then alpine, no more height. But we can try to refer from the Pura Kera. So Pura Kera able to grow in mountain atas. Just tumbuhan yang rendah, right? So the same Pura Kera able to grow on higher layer, hampir alpine. So which means the Pura Kera is going to become smaller size. Like if you go to the mountain atas, if you see any Pura Kera, right, usually it's almost the length as your limbs, your forearm, right? So maybe it's as large as your forearm or maybe shorter half. But if you go for the higher layer, right, the same Pura Kera is going to become your finger size. So that's what is what we call pantut, smaller size. Okay, so that's your hutan gunung. So remember, hutan gunung, higher the altitude, after 1,200 meter, they are going to become, the ketinggian is becoming shorter. That's why we try to memorize shorter from rendah, pantut, rene. RBR. Rendah first, pantut, rene. So the first layer is pokok kecil. Same like our lapisan tengah in the hutan hujan tropika. That right, because the shorter they are able to adapt to the cold and the least kesuburan tanah, which means the higher the altitude, lesser bacteria. Lesser bacteria, kesuburan tanah is becoming lesser, including for the suhu yang lebih rendah at the Mount Everest and then at the Mount Ours is Kinabalu, right? So that's why we have short and shorter plants drainage within the higher layer. It's getting shorter and shorter. Okay, and then for the hutan gunung, including our hutan gunung in our bab tree. So our bab tree, remember, not only the plants, we have to memorize the hidupan liar, right? So which hidupan liar is in our Panjaran crocker? Panjaran crocker. Two, borang matahari, and then the katak pokok Kinabalu or Kinabalu. So if you wanted to memorize more, backhead pinturo. Yes, this is the tree for Panjaran crocker. So I'm using another color. If you guys have another color, right? So for the Panjaran Himalaya, then we just try to memorize what? Panjaran Himalaya. It's not here, right? Panjaran Himalaya. So I'm using red color to write down. Write down for Panjaran Himalaya. Himalayan, we are trying to memorize brown bear. Other than brown bear, yes, the easiest one, yak. Okay, and then the Eurasian brown bear, Asiatic brown bear, these two. So I just try to memorize yak. Will do. Snow leopard, yes. Yeah, so I just memorize one. We'll do a yak and then the brown bear. So we have two different brown bear for the Panjaran Himalayan. So done, right? Yeah, guys, one more items. For the Panjaran, this is for Panjaran Kinabalu. This is ours, Panjaran Kinabalu. Okay, so Panjaran Kinabalu, Panjaran crocker, what am I memorizing? Panjaran crocker. So Panjaran crocker, when we have to memorize for lumut, right? Always same with the column pile. So that's why in my normal class, I already informed you guys, right? This is the persamaan for lumut column pile able to grow in Panjaran crocker and Panjaran Himalaya for the two plants here. For the wild animals, is totally different. Lumut and kolam pile is a moss and another moss. That's why for the Panjaran crocker, for the montane bawah and then the alpine layers is always we have the lumut. Yeah, sorry, not montane bawah, montane atas. Montane atas and then the tumbuhan alpine, the highest more than 3,500 meters, right? We always have the lumut in the two layer. Can I show you guys one last time? For the montane atas, we have the lumut and then the lapisan tumbuhan alpine higher than 3,500 meters. Can always have two different lumuts. Okay, time for the hutan gunung. So other than the tanah tinggi, can I remember tanah tinggi is more than 180 meters. Okay, melebihi 180 meters from the aras laut, right? So our tanah tinggi for the hutan gunung is definitely taller than 1,200 meters. So that's why all is tanah tinggi for the hutan gunung. Always tanah tinggi. Okay, that's why the 1,200 meters is according to the height, the plants is getting shorter. Higher the altitude, shorter the plants. So that's why we are using not BRR. We are trying to memorize the pantut, rendah, rene from using the alphabet rendah first, pantut, and then rene later, RVR. Panjaran Himalayan. No, man? I thought it's Panjaran Himalayan. Okay, guys. Himalaya or Himalayan doesn't matter lah. Himalaya lah. I forgot the full spelling for Himalaya or Himalayan. Yeah, we can search, right? Guys, a moment. Let me try to search through your form 3, bab 3. Panjaran Himalaya. My bad. Okay. Okay, so done for the hutan gunung. So guys, what is below the hutan gunung? We have the hutan hujan tropika, right? So I'm using blue color, which means we're back for the original hutan di Malaysia. So hutan gunung first, below is hutan hujan tropika. So hutan hujan tropika and the hutan monsoon tropika, these two, we always have to memorize C, JM, right? So the C for hutan hujan tropika is Chengal, but the C for hutan monsoon tropika is always Cendana. So the J, Ceruto for hutan hujan tropika. So the J, Jati for hutan monsoon tropika. So the M is Meranti. So the M is Mahogany for the CJM. So if you wanted to memorize one more, try to focus on Keruing or Merubau, these two. Okay, for the hutan monsoon tropika is Pinkado. But other than the CJM, right? If you list, I didn't highlight for the Merbau, Kerui, and Pingato is not going to ask very frequently. So that's why for these two hutan in the later chapter, right, always try to memorize two more, which is Rotan and Pulo. Try to add these two. Very good, Ninha. Okay, so this is the Tanah Pama. Tanah Pama. So guys, write down one more. We have Tanah Pama plus Tanah Tinggi. Why? Because some of the hutan hujan tropika and including the monsoon tropika, they may be higher than 180 meter. Because from 180 meter until 1,200 meter, right, there's a large gap. But this large gap still be considered as the Tanah Tinggi for these two forests. But we are not going to focus on hutan monsoon tropika at all, right, for the part 4. For hutan-hutan di Malaysia. So hutan hujan tropika can be starting from 0 meter aras laut all the way up to 1,200 meter. So from 0 to 180 is still Tanah Pama. 180 to 1,200 is Tanah Tinggi. But still, I already mentioned in my previous classes for the last 2 weeks, physical online, hutan hujan tropika always try to memorize Tanah Pama only. Even though they have Tanah Tinggi, but very limited of hutan hujan tropika, this rainforest is at the peak for almost 1,000 meter. Mostly is around 1,000, so 100 until maybe 400s. So let's say 200 to 400 meter, still considered as Tanah Tinggi, but we are not going to memorize it within our part 4 exam. So just claim the hutan hujan tropika, hutan monsoon tropika is Tanah Pama. Claiming these two will be the same. Okay. Dan pada bentuk muka bumi, so the last one is pinggir laut, right? So pinggir laut is hutan pantai. So guys, highlight the third hutan pantai, usually near to the seaside. So to the seaside, we have the hutan paya, air masin, pelumbu. Okay, and then we have the pasir, pinggir laut. So that's why within the hutan pantai, right, we are trying to memorize hutan paya, air masin. Okay, so guys, highlight. Can try to circle. So hutan hujan tropika linked to the hutan monsoon tropika. It's almost the same plants, right? And then almost the same Tanah Pama. But hutan paya tandai is leads to hutan paya air masin. Why? This is saliran baik. Okay, so if you look at the saliran, this is saliran baik, but this is saliran buruk for hutan paya air masin. Okay, so hutan pantai is berpasir, pelumbu is for hutan paya air masin and hutan paya air tawar. But this is freshwater. Freshwater is nowhere near to the hutan pantai, right? Because these two is the saltwater, right? So that's why, guys, for the hutan hujan tropika, use the highlighter draw. Hutan paya air tawar. So hutan paya air tawar is nowhere near to the pinggir laut. Hutan paya air tawar is Tanah Pama yang rendah. So other than we use rendah, we can use another keyword. For the hutan paya air tawar and air masin, we can use the keyword for kawasan terlindung, which means terlindung, right? Always flood, right? Di tenggelami air. Di tenggelami air. That's why we use kawasan terlindung. Okay, which means pinggir laut yang rendah, hutan paya air masin. And then the Tanah Pama yang rendah, hutan paya air tawar. Okay? Quite easy to memorize now, right? So done for the bab 4. We finished the bab 4 now. We haven't finished the bab 3. So bab 3, guys, we still have other hutan. We still have other hutan. So this is just the bentuk muka bumi we settle. So saliran baik buruk we settle, right? Yeah. So all the hutan tundra, hutan gurun panas, padang rumput hawa sederhana, and hutan daun biru sederhana is all saliran baik. It's all saliran baik. So we have only saliran buruk for the hutan paya only. All the remaining hutan is always saliran baik. So that's why even though they didn't mention here, yeah, consider saliran baik. So remember, I just try to highlight this part for the hutan paya, air tawar, air masin. That's it. Only two hutan in Malaysia is saliran buruk. Okay, so for the Tanah Pama, we back for the Tanah Pama, compared to our bab 3. Other than hutan hujan, hutan monsoon tropika, we have hutan conifer and hutan Mediterranean. This is the flat surface, which means Tanah Pama yang rata. But hutan monsoon tropika and hutan hujan tropika is in the iklim panas. Khatulistiwa, iklim monsoon tropika. This is the zone panas. So these two is zone panas. Iklim Mediterranean, for the hutan Mediterranean, guys, what is the iklim? Zone for what? This is the iklim Mediterranean, right? Yeah, Mediterranean. Remember MSc in your form 2 bab 7? MSC is within the iklim panas sederhana. So very good. This is panas sederhana. Okay. Zone panas. The dot S dot is panas sederhana. So what happened to the iklim in hutan conifer? So what is the iklim hutan conifer? You guys have write down first. So this is the iklim Siberia. So if this is iklim Siberia, what is the zone for iklim Siberia? Siberia and Laurentia is known as zone sejuk sederhana. So that's why there's a difference. So we have two warm, agak-agak warm, which means panas sederhana is around 20 and above, right? So this sejuk sederhana, 20 and below. So maybe it's below 15. This is 15 to 20. Okay, for panas sederhana, 15 to 20 and above. So this is 15 and below. So for another zone sejuk, only not zone sejuk sederhana, which is only iklim tundra, right? It's always less than 10 degrees. Let's say, if you can recall from the iklim tundra, for the hutan tundra in your form 2 bab 7, musim panas for iklim tundra, 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. Understand? Okay, so that's why that one is below than 10. So that's why around 15, right? We use sederhana. So 15 below, sejuk sederhana. 15 above, up until 20, 21, right? Panas sederhana. That's how we're using 15 to determine as sederhana. So that's why we use to zone panas. Gurun panas, monsoon tropical, and then khatulistiwa is always more than 20. So we have 21 to 27 monsoon tropical. We have 25 for our gurun panas, and then 27 hutan hujan tropical for the khatulistiwa. Remember? Okay. So all the plants, do you guys need to highlight? Hutan conifer, what is the plants we have to memorize? Hutan conifer, pokok cerda, and then the FPS. Okay, for hutan Mediterranean, what we have to memorize? Lavender, rosemary, and then laurel. Laurel is very important. Why? Because laurel also able to grow in our hutan gunung. Remember the pokok oak and pokok laurel in hutan gunung for the montane bawah, for the pokok-pokok kecil, 15 to 33 meter. So oak and laurel, we purposely put here for this reason, near to our hutan gunung montane bawah. Okay. Okay, so done for all the plants. So the animals, I'm not going to cover. Help yourself. Okay, not going to cover the hitopanlia. So hitopanlia for the hutan monsoon, hutan hujan tropika, always the atas pokok, di bawah pokok. Okay, so which means you guys can write down here. For these two hitopanlia, right? Okay, try to draw a line. Okay, atas pokok, we have the burung, and then we have the monyet. Okay, below the trees, this is the pokok, right? Di atas lantai hutan, we have the harimau, and then we have the gajah. Gajah, so harimau and gajah. So two for up on the trees, two below the trees. Yeah, maybe you can try to memorize rhinoceros, pada sumbu, right? Pada sumbu. So that's why at least to focus on hitopanlia. Yeah, but for the hitopanlia, right? If you guys really wanted to memorize a hutan conifer, we always try to memorize the ugly, fierce cat, right? So the ugly and fierce cat links. Okay, so other than that, what else? The moose and then the elk. Harimau Siberia. So that's the hitopanlia in hutan conifer. While hutan Mediterranean, landak, serigala, and then remember the big nose of deer. Anyone can recall hutan Mediterranean? Yeah, is it really here? Okay, just try your best to memorize the hutan Mediterranean because I'm not going to ask all the hitopanlia. So that's why for me, right, I just try to memorize at least 2 to 3 for all the hutan. So that's why I try to memorize 4 for the tropical jungle, at least 3 for the hutan conifer, and then maximum 3 for the hutan Mediterranean. So that's why I can memorize the eagle and then the serigala and then the landak. Why? Because eagle is on the top, trying to hunt for everything. So serigala is on the ground to hunt for those herbivores. Landak, even though they have the protective armor from the landak, trying to protect the body with the sharp picky bite, right? So still able to hunt by the serigala because their stomach is soft. Okay. So other than that, for the hutan pantai, just try to memorize the seafood, ketam, and then including all the reptilia. So reptiles, right? We have the ulau, we have the buaya, we have the biawak. Yeah, for the hutan pantai. So same thing for all the biawak buaya in the hutan pantai. So for salt water. Yeah. So for the hutan pantai air tawar, what is the animals? Same thing, sir. Biawak and buaya. So that's why I'm lazy to memorize shoebill or the memoran. Yeah, I will just try to memorize only buaya, biawak, and then ular for all the saliran bulu. So for hutan pantai, I try to add on the seafood, seafood and ketam. Easy, right? Yeah. So hutan tundra is the coldest one. So we try to memorize the coldest one is the lumut, gulang payung, and then plus one more liquor. So all these moss is trying to grow on the ground or on the skin for the trees, right? So the skin for the tree is known as birch. So within the pokok birch, on their skin, they have the lichen. But the kulum and kulang payung is able to grow anywhere, on the rocks, on the ground. Hutan tundra. Yeah. So for the gurun panas, cactus, acacia, kuruma, and then the rumput alfalfa, rumput. So these four will do. So the pokok calf, salt bushes, caper, we can skip it. So padang rumput hawa sederhana is all the grass, right? So we have the feather grass, switchgrass, spruce grass, and then the buffalo grass. All the rumput padang hawa sederhana. So for hutan daun lurus sederhana, remember the HDL, HDL. We are trying to memorize the maple tree for North Korea, North Japan, Hokkaido, and then North China. Okay, just one pokok maple. That's it. Okay, so all the remaining animals. Okay, do you guys need to highlight? Gurun panas, yes, we have the Tikus joba, the Pikachu, and then the unta, camels, and then the oryx. Okay, I saw you guys oryx before, right? Something's looking cute, a larger size, and then the gazelle. Okay, rusa, gazelle, and then the oryx. Yeah, other than that, for the tundra, we just trying to memorize the polar bear. Okay, polar bear for orang kutub, and then the lemming, the rodents trying to make their own tunnel beneath the tane permafrost. Remember, later we're going to cover the tane. Yeah. So other than that, we have the bobcat. So we have the lynx in the hutan conifer. We have the bobcat. So usually this bobcat and then the lynx, right, is always confusing the students. So lynx, just try to memorize the words. Lynx is hutan conifer, but the bobcat is padang rumput hawa sederhana. Just try to memorize the. You guys know what's bob, right? Something like fat, big, tiny. So this chubby cat, Tutor, they are trying to play on the grass, all the grass. Just like you guys, you're trying to use some black wisdom grass, trying to play with the cats. They are trying to hit the grass. Padang rumput hawa sederhana. So for the hutan conifer, it's always lynx, trying to hunt for more carnivore or omnivore. Yeah, so the last one, hutan daun sederhana, is for the chipmunk. Okay, and then the beaver. Sorry, I didn't highlight chipmunk, beaver, and then goose. I think that's it, right? So don't need to memorize the Canadian links, not going to cast. So that's why leave it. Done for the Bentuk Muka Bumi, Saliran. So remember, only these two hutan is Saliran Bulu. The remaining is all Saliran Bay. Okay? The remaining is Saliran Bay. So done for the Bentuk Muka Bumi. So this one, we don't need to memorize for the Bentuk Muka Bumi. Only for the first six. Only for the first six. So guys, Tane. So how many Tane do we learn before we enter the eclipse? Eclipse is the easiest one. Yeah. So Tane, we have 3 cold, 3 warm. What is the cold Tane? I'm using blue and red for this reason. The Paling Serjo is the hutan tundra. Paling Serjo. That's why we have the Tane Peku. Followed by the Tane Hotzo. Hotzo also Peku. So the third one is Chernosem. Chernosem is also Peku. They didn't mention here. Tane hitam. So right now, Chernosem add on Tane Peku. Ya, Peku hanya pada musim sejuk. Beku pada musim sejuk. So that's why we have 3 types of tane beku. It's just that the third beku is chernobyl only freeze and then get frozen during the winter season. So that's why this is the permafrost, also and then the chernobyl. So when we have tane and beku, so guys, what is the summary for these 3 tane and beku? The rumpu-rumpu is going to have akar, pendek, including rumput-rumput yang rendah dan redek. So that's why we have the lumut here, right? Lumut kulang pail, akar pendek tumbuh-tumbuhan yang redek. For the tanah-tanah yang sejuk and then going to get freeze out. So that's why I didn't have to highlight, right? Akar pendek, okay, and then the tahun tahan tinggi. So including the tumbuh-tumbuhan yang mempunyai tahan tinggi on the iklim Siberia for the hutan conifer, right? Still akar pendek, tumbuhan redek. So same thing loh. Okay, all the rumput-rumput within the chernozeum for the tanah hitam within the tanah rumput hawa sederhana, right? Is still all the grass is akar pendek and tumbuh-tumbuhan redek loh. So that's why redek referring to all the grass here loh. All the grass is tumbuh-tumbuhan redek. Okay, now, so that's the summary for your three tanah yang sejuk. But remember, the hot zone is not only berguang, they are getting thin and then per acid. So the per acid is the black color. Yeah, so that's why tumbuh-tumbuhan redek. Done for the three tanah yang sejuk. So the remaining three is tanah yang panas. So which one is the least warm? So which means chernozeum is actually quite near to the terra rosa. It's just that the black color tanah hitam for the tanah chernozeum goes to the iklim yang lebih panas, right? So all the bacteria is starting to get activated. So that's why the acid type of tanah hitam is going to turn into chocolate or merah. So that's why I highlight chocolate and merah. So that's why it's getting much more subur now. So that's why from all the grass here, yeah, from the hutan padan rumpawan sederhana, they can try to grow some taller trees. So the taller trees within the terra rosa is known as the hutan Mediterranean, right? We have all the hutan pangkut and the hutan pokok tirus. What is pokok tirus? Just like the pokok cerda, all the pine tree. Yeah, this is all the pine trees with the daun tirus. No? So pokok tirus, daun tirus is the same thing. Yeah. Dana. So what do we memorize for the hutan Mediterranean? What is the plants? If you guys couldn't recall, hutan Mediterranean, yeah, rosemary, lavender. So this is the daun-daun yang tirus, like the Christmas tree. They are known as all the FPS. So that's why they are quite the same, right? Panas sederhana, sejuk sederhana, they have the daun yang tirus. Yeah? All the rosemary, lavender, daun yang tirus. So that's why all the pokok here is known as the hutan pokok tirus. The leaves is almost the same. Panas sederhana, sejuk sederhana. Okay, nah? So remember, we have the liat pasir and then the liat pasir. They are forgotten one more tanah. It's okay lah. Just remember the one for terra rosa. So this is quite similar. It's just that this is much more warmer. Bacteria get activated. No more hitam. So this is much more colder. So that's why the bacteria is inactive. Just trying to remain the tanah acid known as tanah hitam. But you guys couldn't write this is tanah acid. Just tanah hitam. So other than terra rosa will be ours. So ours is lactoso. So lactoso, if you guys remember, still merah. So this is chocolate, which means darker. So that's why when the bacteria get activated within the soil, right, they are going to turn the darker color from hitam to chocolate to kuning. So which means lebih subur pada lactoso. So lactoso is able to exist in the hutan hujan tropika and then the hutan monsoon tropika. Both of the tropical jungle is with lactoso. So we have a lot of rainwater, right? Lembab. So the rainwater for hutan hujan tropika, more than 2,600. For the monsoon tropika, 1,000 to 2,000. That's why lembab. So that's why all the pokok and then tumbuh-tumbuhan is rapat dan tinggi. Rapat and tinggi, which means padan. They are able to close to each other because they have enough subur tanah yang subur, they have enough sunlight, they have a lot of rainwater. So that's why even though they're trying to grow to each other, still able to grow tall. Okay, done. So after the lactoso, the useless one, yeah, which means most happening within the exam is aridisol. So this is the most warm tanah. So that's why guys, for all the tanah, right? Yeah, try to memorize 3 cold plus 1 only aridisol. Terra rosa, lactoso. You guys can skip it. Aridisol is tanah yang paling kering dan tandus. That's why it's hard for the plants to absorb water. Then the plants have to grow long roots in order to absorb the water yang menjatuh bawa ke dalam tanah. Okay, other than that, because this is sand, right, it's hard to move. Just like the tanah permafrost. It's very thick and all the snow and all the tanah beku. Hard to walk. So that's why if the permafrost is hard to walk, that's why we are trying to memorize a few wild animals only. Hard to walk on it. But arid resort is hard to walk, but still all the animals have to start hunting, right? But they are trying to start hunting for the waktu malam. Yeah, so waktu siang is kurang aktif. Waktu malam is activated to start hunting because daytime too warm, too hot, they are losing all their energy and then their water for all the plants and animal. So the animal is trying to active only for the waktu malam, right? Animals hidupan liar is known as nocturnal. Nocturnal. Okay. Nocturnal. Nocturnal. Okay, so guys, how about if the plants tumbuh-tumbuhan able to grow long roots and then daun berbentuk jarum, berbentuk bulu, and then the tahan yang dapat menyimpan air. So this is the tumbuh-tumbuhan known as xerophytes. So that's aridizole. Okay, so before we end 3 more minutes, guys, do we have to cover the iklim? So iklim, right? Guys, focus on your hutan conifer, iklim Siberia, and then the iklim gurun panas. Just these two. So how to memorize the iklim? Suhu, hujan, angin. So the suhu for gurun panas, 25 for the mean suhu. But the Siberia, we try to memorize musim panas, musim sejuk. So musim panas, musim sejuk, 15 to 20 conifer. So the 0 to 10 is hutan tundra, in iklim tundra. So 10 followed by 15 to 20. So musim sejuk is -17, -5 for the conifer. So other than musim panas, musim sejuk, do we have to memorize for the musim bunga and luruh? No need. Just remember, hutan conifer, they have the musim sejuk yang panjang, 8 months. So all the musim bunga, musim panas, musim luruh is within the 4 to 5 months. So that's why musim bunga, musim luruh yang singkat. Don't need to memorize how many months. Just memorizing musim sejuk is 6 to 8 months. Musim sejuk yang panjang, that's it. Musim sejuk yang panjang. So musim panas yang pendek. So maybe maximum 2, not even 3 months, 2 months only, maximum. Yeah, so other than the suhu, okay, and then we are trying to memorize for the suhu, right? Conifer, surah suhu sangat besar, 30 to 50 differences. Okay, gurun panas also quite difference, which means from the daytime and nighttime. So this is tahunan, 1 whole year is the jurah suhu yang paling besar. But gurun panas is the suhu yang paling besar within 1 day. So during the daytime, waktu siang, 32 to 36. Waktu malam, around 5. So if you check, almost 30 degrees Celsius. So that's why we have 30 to 50 for jurah suhu tahunan, but almost 30 for jurah suhu harian. Why for the gurun panas is having so much differences within a day? Because they have no cloud. So that's why, do we have the answer here? So just break it up for the suhu pada waktu siang dan malam is, kurang berawan, no cloud. The reason, that's why they cannot retain the heat and they cannot retain the cold heat temperature during nighttime. There's no cloud. Okay, so after for the suhu, remember, gurun panas, the hujan is less than 250, but the hujan for hutan conifer is around 500. That's why we are not using hujan, we're using kerapasan. Why? Kerapasan can try to mention is going to have snow for the musim sejuk. So musim sejuk, snow. So that's why we only using hujan for the kawasan yang panas. For the hutan monsoon tropika, hujan tropika, and then gurun panas, and then the last one is hutan Mediterranean, right? So usually we didn't use kerapasan because it's all rain only in liquid. So kerapasan can be in solid, which is not. So that's why we have hutan conifer, hutan daun rumah sederhana, and then pada rumah hawa sederhana, we use kerapasan pada musim sejuk. Okay, including the hutan tundra, not listed here. So other than that, guys, try to highlight thick color. Why the hujan is so less? 250. Better to use red color. 250 is because angin timuran. Angin timuran yang daripada kawasan benua Asia, land darat to another darat, kawasan gurun panas. Asia to kawasan darat. So it's dry from land to land. So for the hutan conifer, they are almost having the 500 is because there are 2 types of angin. So they have the angin yang membawa angin panas. Angin barat daya. So guys, underline angin barat daya to bring least water, 500 ml. For the hutan conifer, less than 500 is considered less. So this is the useless iklim. Why is useless? They are not able to survive, to make the plants to survive easily. So that's why they are trying to evolve into xerophytes. less than 200 feet, known as angin timuran. This is barat daya. Now, one is from the barat daya, one is from the timuran. So that's why you guys need to refer to the maps. Okay, so finally done. Hutan tahu rule sederhana, you guys can skip. Hutan monsoon tropika can skip. Focusing in the most coldest one, conifer, and then the warmest one, panas. We are not going to target on the hutan tundra. No, yeah. So done, screenshot everything. That will be the seminar. So guys, anyone wants to stay back to practice the exercise? Anyone want to stay back for the exercise part? No, right. Yeah, bye-bye, you see. Very tired. So guys, for all the bar 3 and bar 4, right, remember, don't need to touch the bar 5. Don't need to touch the bar 5. So for all the bar 4, right, remember we have the factor. But factor is least to come out in the exam. But you guys can try to read through. Okay, for the bar 4, for the factor, and then the kepentingan, just try. Because all the answer is provided within your exercises here. So which means I show you guys which page. Try the answer already provided. This is the okay. Hutan conifer, please try soalan 6. Answer is within behind. Any questions, just WhatsApp me. Yeah, I jot down my phone contact number first. 012-2170-884. In case you have any questions to ask me. Okay, so hutan conifer must try, and then the gurun panas, right? Iklim Siberia is the same hutan conifer. Can try also now 6 and 7. So as long as hutan conifer and then the kawasan gurun panas try. So this is semua jadi di Malaysia. So that's why don't need just refer the answer. Don't need to try. So after that, activity. So this is the kepentingan from the hutan. So please try, and then the kesan positif lah. So 6, 7, and 9, and yes, just 6, 7, and 9, 3 questions. Refer. So guys, our exercise just now is only the Siberia for the hutan conifer. We are not covering the gurun panas. So please take out your school homework, or let's say the TDC exercise, focus on your kawasan gurun panas. Okay, so 2 hutan to memorize. That's it. That's the seminar. That's why normal seminar is 3 hours. 1 hour to teach, break. So another hour to teach the important parts, and then 1 last hour. Keep copying, like non-stop. 3 hours for Form 5. So that's why your seminar 2 hours, nothing much I can teach. Limited time. Okay. Bye guys. Enjoy your holiday. Good luck in your exam. Bye. Bye guys. Bye Ming Xuan. Bye Min Hao. Bye Chen Yu. Bye guys. Bye Wei Han.